You know that funny feeling after you buy a new car and you start seeing it everywhere? Well, I recently learned that this is known as the frequency illusion. And basically it means that your brain is subconsciously looking for this car, and so it starts to find it. This phenomenon is exactly how I stumbled upon Project Time Machine. About a year and a half ago, on vacation in Alaska, while walking the streets of Skagway, I came across this old Chevy pickup truck. After taking a few photos, I carried on down the road. The funny thing is, I started to see old cars and trucks scattered all over the place. Unsurprisingly, they made for great subjects to photograph. So I came back from that trip with a handful of images and a new obsession. Back home, the frequency of these vehicles and scenes continued. Now that my mind was looking, they were everywhere. After 18 months, I had a small collection of these cars, but I wanted to start documenting more of the process of finding and photographing them. Luckily for me, around this time, I met a guy named Jay.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad, good to see you. Good morning.
He was also on the hunt for these cars, but his method of finding them was a little bit different.
Also, there's like a lot of really good ones in this area.
Where do you want to go first?
So there's two ways we could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the easiest way would be go from Cloverdale.
Yeah.
Just go in this way.
Okay.
We can hit...
In this episode, Jay and I are headed to the suburbs of Vancouver to pick off a few of his finds. I kind of gave him my Sony camcorder and asked, can you please shoot some B-roll on it? And luckily he said, for sure, no problem. So big thanks to Jay for making this video and this series come to life.
He just shot at somebody's car.
Did he?
Our first stop of the day was not too far from the Peony Fairgrounds.
So we're gonna be getting ready to turn left here.
Couple of absolute gems to get our cameras and our eyes warmed up.
Can you name them?
I was rocking the Nikon Z50 with a pair of manual focus primes from TT Artisan, and Jay had a couple of film cameras and a Ricoh GR point and shoot. So this ended up being my first photo of the day. Not too terrible, actually. I'll take it.
What lens focal length you shooting on?
50.
50, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Doing the 50, 1.2. Definitely not shooting at 1.2, but the TT Artisan. Oh, Mamiya.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do. This guy's got medium format. I got an entry-level mirrorless. Touché. Just trying so hard not to take cliche shots, but...
The second location was this little quiet alley, and it had these 3 cars lined up in a row.
3? Okay, yeah, we're going there for sure. We're gonna be up thanks. What the hell? Wow.
I was kind of feeling left out of the film photography game, so it was time to bust out my secret weapon. This department store special was my ticket to the world of analog photography.
It's just all plastic, that's the thrill.
Like just
Don't break it.
just right there we go. No, this.
and I'm not too proud to admit that I needed help loading it.
Stopped.
Anyway, with a roll of Kentmere 400 inside, it was time to take some bangers. Or whatever the kids call it. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, I pressed it. You said 3 meters? No, 3 feet. 3 meters. Switching back to the digital world, I grabbed my Z50 with the 25 f2 lens and I went to work.
You ever shot it from over here before?
Back on the road to the next location, we started to feel a little bit more comfortable. We had a few shots under our belts that we were happy with. And what awaited was spot number 3, which was a pretty good mixture of elements, I would say.
Just go ahead into the
And the tricky part would be trying to bring all those elements together.
all 3 of them in one frame.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then use that post as a kind of like a divider, quote unquote. Yep, that's the shot right there. Click.
Didn't end up getting a lot of B-roll from this location, but we got a few photos that, or at least I got a few photos that I was happy with.
You know what I just figured out? This video, do you watch Grainy Days?
Oh yeah, I love Grainy Days.
That's what this is gonna be.
Number 4 was this cool Mercedes covered in plastic and boards. It had just rained that morning, which definitely improved the texture, and we tried our best to make sense of a little bit of a tricky location. I found this low angle that included the bird on the clothesline at the top, and who knows if it really worked.
This looks like a bunch of... Kind of works. If I had to pick, probably the hedge one.
Yeah, it's right by McBride Park and all that, and there's tons of like little shops.
Alright, let's do it.
We were well past noon at this point, and I was getting super hungry, but we came across this one spot and it was just off the road we were on, so we had to stop.
On black and white, just not color.
If you're keeping count, this is spot number 5 and potentially my favorite scene from the entire day. I mean, my first car was a 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. Could have something to do with it.
Showcasing the older cars, like the muscle cars of Vancouver, so yeah, we're just all shooting it on film. No, we're not shooting the house. No, it's a film camera.
If I was hungry before things got started, I was downright hangry at this point. I find it really tricky to balance photography with just about anything. So even basic tasks of a day like eating and drinking usually go by the wayside. Thankfully, we finally stopped at this Canadian staple and got some burgers and fries to recharge for the final push.
Lunchtime.
If you're enjoying the music in this video or any video on my channel, then I highly recommend you check out Soundstripe. I recently partnered with them to bring you a discount on royalty-free music for your own video production needs. I love using their AI search tool to really quickly find the music that matches the mood of the video. Follow the link in the description to check it out for yourself and use the promo code ROLAND10 to get an extra 10% off when you're buying your subscription. Welcome to Kitsilano, stop number 6 on the day and probably the wildest scene that we came across.
Oh, there it is. I actually still don't believe it, even though I'm seeing it. Okay guys, we are at a truly one-of-a-kind scene here. What's the play here? Do we move those bins or do we leave them?
I'm gonna leave them. I think it actually adds to it a little bit.
The graffiti, a little bit of graffiti on it?
Yeah.
I still don't believe it. It's real.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't believe it.
Like,
when we originally pulled in, I spotted this puddle. I'm kind of a sucker for reflections and I decided it was time to use it.
oh, you sly guy.
You slat devil.
You sly devil. How is the reflection?
Alright, my little goodie bag of cameras here. My thing is, do I aim down?
You'll never know.
Do I aim down or up? Do I aim down or up?
God, why is this so...
Feels like it didn't work.
It really goes to show you have to take advantage of the conditions that you get on any given day, because on a sunny summer day that puddle doesn't exist.
Well, that was kind of like a cheating shot. Now let's see if I can get some original. I'm just thinking about a shot that hasn't been done. Like, I feel like you can't do anything here that hasn't been done. I keep holding it like this. Like, what am I doing? I'm holding.
You're taking pictures of puddles?
Oh, I'm taking pictures of the car.
What?
The old car with the puddle.
No, it's been there. That car's been there for so... I was in
Okay.
real estate for years, and
Yeah.
I worked with a developer that put this place up,
Yeah.
and that was 15 years ago,
No
and
kidding.
it was there then.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is the kind of stuff that we kind of captured with it, so we can get a
That is so
clean,
cool.
clean reflection of the. Yeah.
Mhm.
So cool. I've been waiting for someone to do something.
It was super cool to hear from this lady who had been seeing this car here for over a decade, and it kind of gave some context as to how long the car and the scene had been sitting there developing.
Neat.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Have a great day, miss.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
We are en route to the 7th and final location. We're following, but not really following this van. And we're on our way to another alley to photograph a beautiful car.
Get some more seamless footage.
this trip today is gonna make me buy a film camera. Sorry, bank account, but it's happening.
I would love to know how long this car has been sitting in this exact location.
Watch this camera take like the best photos. The thing I actually really like that isn't even part of the car is that little window unit.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, wow. Lucky strike.
This video has been a trial run of bringing Project Time Machine to YouTube. I've been photographing it, like I said, for about 1.5 years now, and I really want to bring the process into the picture because I have a whole folder of images and I want to start documenting how those images came to be. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe. It helps out a lot and it will notify you when the next video in this series comes out. I don't know when it's done. Let's just say this little camera is going to get an upgrade in episode number 2.